Now, I wanted to talk to you about the 5 biggest things that I see changing in SEO over the next year. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tea Time SEO. So today we're talking about 2021. We've had a very interesting year, regardless of where you've been, how you've put it, what you've dealt with, for better or worse. That's been 2020. Now, hopefully we head into a much better, much nicer 2021. Now, I wanted to talk to you about the 5 biggest things that I see changing in SEO over the next year. So without further ado, the first one is a return to basics, which sounds weird. But for so long, us SEO specialists have been chasing those bright and shiny objects, often to our own detriment. And I think what Google's been really trying to say with EAT, YMYL, Core Web Vitals, all these things that they're pushing out, is they really just want SEO and website people alike to focus on providing a good user experience. That means fixing technical issues. That means leading industries with high quality content, and it means having high quality links. Speaking of high quality links, that brings me to point number 2, getting higher quality links. It's no secret that Google has been shifting out. Back when the Penguin update came out, they really phased out PBN or comment spam and all those black hat tactics, and now they're a lot more infrequent. But we still see this rise of quite low quality sites out there, which are fine and which are passing equity, but each passing year they seem to be passing less. So it returns an emphasis to medium, high and PR tier links that people are requiring to go after and go for those. So I think we're going to see a resurgence of higher quality links and less people worried about how many links they're getting, and more focus emerging on high quality links, focus on the right pages on a website. The third one is Core Web Vitals. So I mentioned that earlier in returning to basics, but that's a massive thing that Google's pushing in 2021 about things like cumulative layout shift, page speed, all these different things that are going on. We've got a whole separate video on that. There's just simply too much to cover in this one, but go check it out. If you haven't heard of it yet, it's gonna be what the mobile update was all the way back then to what page speed is to Google search in 2021. Really putting mobile's experiences and page speed at the forefront of what Google wants. Next is increasing CTR, so click-through rate. So a lot of SEO is improving where we come up in the search results, but more and more data is coming out that people are looking at results in that top 5. That's right, you've got a chance even if you're not number 1. So improving CTR is the idea of making people want to click on your listing even if you're lower ranked than the other people, or even if you are position number 1, making sure you're not losing clicks to other people. So this is things like optimizing your titles, optimizing your meta descriptions. While optimizing your meta description won't give you a direct SEO boost, it may result in more clicks for you. So we're seeing a lot of testing and measuring with the different meta descriptions that are being laid out, and a lot of it is really successful. So stay tuned for some of those studies we're working on at the moment. Lastly, structured data accuracy. So structured data has been the rage for quite some time, and I've done a previous video on that one too here. But what we're seeing is a lot of people that shouldn't be implementing structured data have been. And Google is making more and more efforts to determine, just like they did back in the day, whether that structured data is legitimate or illegitimate. And they're really cracking down. I'm seeing a lot of manual actions handed out, but I'm starting to think that we're going to see more algorithmic penalties on websites that are abusing review schema, abusing price schema, abusing location stuff, any different kind of schema. Make sure you audit your site and that you're using it accurately and correctly. Because if you're not, it could be the next thing that lands you in hot water. So with that aside, guys, there are 5 exciting things that are emerging in the SEO world. There's heaps of information out there that we've got videos on or done, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in 2021. Till then, enjoy some tea and let's keep cracking on. So you might be wondering, what's all the boxes, what's going on here? This looks like an absolute mess, and I assure you, it is. But we are working on it. We're heading back. We've been out of the office for almost 9 months now. Think of that, we could have had a child in the amount of time we've been in lockdown here in Melbourne. But we are hopefully starting to head back in. So we've got a lot of fit outs, a lot of renovations going on. So apologies for the mess in the background, but it does open up a fantastic training room that we're working on. So stay tuned for more news about that.